Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. Part 2 of me being in the car again today. So, how is everybody doing? Good morning. Good morning. Join me if you can. Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful Saturday morning, or it's Saturday afternoon. Excuse me. It should be Saturday afternoon because already it's already afternoon. It's almost 1 o'clock here, so it's a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone, from here in Stockholm, reporting live, and of course in the code is winter morning. The code here is terrible. In case say good morning, thank you so much, darling. I see you. Please help me share out to every other person. Let's have a little live stream here while I'm waiting. Yeah, you missed yesterday, so yeah, you did. Good morning, and happy to have you here. I hope everyone is doing good. I hope you're doing fine. How is the weather over there? For us here is cold. That's why I have my head warmer, my muffler, my winter jacket, and of course a beautiful smile on my face because it's a very beautiful day, even though it's stressful. But I thank God because lots of people slept last night. They weren't able to wake up, but I'm awake and my lovely people are awake, and that's all that matters at this particular moment. So once again, I say welcome to my platform, Living Well with Benna. You know, hit one, finish us. Yeah, okay, our own here na code. You know, see me, see how I cack up. You can imagine this morning when I dressed my daughter up, because they have a she's presently at a birthday party, so that's why I'm in the car waiting for her. So when I dressed her up this morning, you can imagine somebody that wore a beautiful gown and you now have to wear boots on it because of the weather. The whole place is slippery kind of, and everywhere is cold, so you will not want to allow your daughter to go out just in that gown. If it was summer period, of course it can be classy and the rest, but this one you have to make sure they are properly kitted before going out. But thankfully where they're having the birthday parties is inside the house, so that's it. But I'm here in the car waiting for her because that's what we do as parents. So yesterday I was in the car as well. If you guys remember, those that were on the live stream, we're inside the car gisting. So this is day 2 of me being in the car gisting. Hopefully again next week I'm going to be in the car gisting with you guys because she has another birthday party. It's just birthdays. This is the only activities that they can have apart from their extracurricular activities like swimming, ice skating and other things. This particular one at the moment is what they have with their friends, you know. And the birthdays are always very simple. It's just you and your clique. Like, it's not like you and your whole classmates. So it's just you and some group of friends, maybe like 5 or 7 or even 10 of you guys. Then just do your things together, if not for privacy and the rest, hiding of identity and safeguarding your people's identity. I would have taken a little video and posted, but I'm not allowed to do that. So whichever video or pictures I take, it's for my own personal consumption. So good morning once more to all of you. Good afternoon again because it's almost afternoon here, or let's say it's afternoon because it's past 12 o'clock. So welcome to Living Well with Benna. And it's a Saturday morning. I just said let me come and share this little moment with you guys while we wait for my daughter. Ololuwa Elizabeth, good morning. Thank you so much for joining me. Ukachiku Anuri, I see you. Thank you so much, all of you here. I'm so grateful for you guys being here. So how is the Saturday going? For me, I woke up early, prepared breakfast, and I'm out again with my daughter. But by 3 o'clock, they'll be done. So we'll be home by 3. Tomorrow, I have my morning shift to run. So it's been a very busy week, but I thank God for life, and I thank God for the strength. Anyway, I thank God for strength because lots of people are actually looking for this opportunity and they've not been able to get it. From the beginning of the year, it was kind of somehow because I had 2 people that were ill, but now everybody is getting better, and I'm very grateful to God that we're all going about with our daily activities as usual, unlike before when we started the year. It was kind of stressful. My little baby that just started daycare fell ill, but he's better now and school has resumed. Josepha, thank you so much for joining. Magdalene, I see you. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, it's afternoon. Yeah, in case it's afternoon already. Yeah, it's already afternoon here as well. Even though it's a dull weather, the whole place is kind of dull because that's how it is for us here during winter. But during summer, it's always interesting, you know. You have the sunshine And sometimes it can be very, very annoying, because even at 10 o'clock when you're supposed to be sleeping, the whole place is shining. You guys have been experiencing it with us, so it's not like it's a new thing. Well, I thank God for everything, good or bad. Jesus is in the midst of it. That's just it. In case I always encourage people, you know, sometimes you don't know what everybody's passing through. You don't know what a particular person is passing through until they are able to come out and say it to you. Even my husband fell ill for some time. He had to go to the hospital, you know, but it's not something that everybody needs, that we need to come out and be saying. Everybody have an individual battle that they're fighting, you know. If I put out the picture for you guys, like the video that we did when my husband was in the hospital, you guys will not believe it, but we thank God for everything. The year started off on a rough note, but to God be the glory, everything is balancing off right now. It was like, 2025, what are you bringing to us? But the Lord said no. Mercy said no, and we're good. As you can see, I'm good by the grace of God. The Lord is my shepherd, the Lord is my strength. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for joining. So this is me just smiling as usual and coming out here for you guys to see my face and for us to talk a little bit, if you guys have the time for us to discuss one or two things together. You know, I saw on somebody's post about a 5-year-old that the mother used to send to the market to go and buy things, and the woman said it's that she's trying to catch the daughter young. Oh my God, I don't know anyway what the ideology some of us as parents do have, but I'm not going to cross my boundary, and I'm not going to talk about the mother being an imperfect mother or the mother doing the wrong things. It depends on her own context, where she's coming from. But for me, I cannot send my 5-year-old. Why I'm laughing is because I have a 5-year-old and I'm trying to like relate, you know, I'm trying to relate with. Even me, when I was in Nigeria, when I was little, my parents did not send me on errands at 5 years. That was not how they caught me young. But I turned out to be a better person anyway. So sending out a 5-year-old to go and buy something, sending your 5-year-old on an errand is kind of risky. It's very, very risky. Please, mothers, even in as much as we're trying to catch our children young, please change that ideology. I'm laughing, but I don't know what the person's context, so I don't understand what the objective. But sending a 5-year-old, please, that 5-year-old is too young. What does the 5-year-old understand? There are other things that I'm telling you, guess my daughter will even tell you she will get lost. Like, I don't understand. Do you get? If I talk now, they'll say she's trying to be a perfect mother. But the truth of the matter is, how will you be sending a 5-year-old on an errand? How? Like, let's make it make sense. Even my 9 years old is kind of difficult. These children that we're giving birth to right now, they don't even have survival instincts in them. Do you understand? They don't have survival instinct. So how are you going to send a 5-year-old on an errand to go and buy food on the street? It's not even like you're sending. See, if you want to start catching your children, please start catching them young from inside the house first, not from outside. There are loads and loads of dangers out there. We have pedophiles outside. We have people that can kidnap your children and go. So why will you be sending out a 5-year-old to the stores, to the market, to go and do what? You want to start catching them. Catch them inside your house, in the comfort of your home. You can make them to start cooking food. You can make them to start washing plates. There are lots of activities to do inside that house first before you start sending a 5-year-old out. So please, let's try and make it make sense to us. Let's try and do it well. In as much as we're saying that, yeah, we really need to catch these children very young. 5-year-old is a no for me. It's a no for me. Please, nobody should send a 5-year-old on errand though. If you're picking girl missing, now you know who sent you, because nobody will send you. And if you go and report, human rights activists, they are looking for people to use as example. They will first of all ask you, madam, why will you even send your 5-year-old out on a normal day to the market to go and buy things? You're trying to catch that 5-year-old. How? My 7-year-old told me that if I cannot fetch water by myself, it shocked me. But I noticed my 5-year-old does housework better than. Yes, I have a 7-year-old too in this house, and I have a 5-year-old in the house. And this thing you're saying, it's not far-fetched. It's not. I won't lie to you. My 7-year-old works as well, but when you compare it with what the 5-year-old does and what the 5-year-old does, you will know that the one that is 5 years does it better than the 7-year-old. But that doesn't mean that they are not doing the same thing. You know, in case. But the truth of the matter is that 5-year-old is even better doing things inside the house. She will want to help you wash. She will want to help you do. She will even want to help you carry her own younger brother. But the 7-year-old, that one, she's the senior. And I'm not surprised. You know why I said I'm not surprised? Is she's just like me. I'm the first daughter in my house. My own is to give orders at home. When I tell people that I hardly cooked in my father's house, they look at me like, are you saying? I'm telling you, I hardly cooked in my father's house. Once my mom just tells us, oh yeah, the food we're going to eat today is yam porridge. What I just enter inside and I give instruction. See, mommy said we're going to cook yam porridge. Everybody will start preparing. Will you cut the yam? This one will peel yam. This one will do that. Before you know what's happening, food is ready. And I'm not the one that cooks that food, you know. So I think it's a normal thing with first daughters. Their own is to be given instruction. Why the younger ones? Not like my younger ones cook better than me, no. But in my father's house, I hardly cooked because I have younger ones. My younger ones were the ones fetching water, cooking and doing everything. And I thank God that I came into this house. I got married to a man that even cooks. So me now, it's like God just buttered my bread in the aspect of not cooking. But that doesn't mean I don't do other house chores. I'll wash clothes. I'll do everything. I even prefer running all these errands. As I'm talking to you right now, my kids are home with my husband, but I'm on an errand with one of my daughters. The others are at home with him, you know. So that's it. So you share responsibilities among yourself. But when I was in my daddy's house as the first daughter, I never cooked. Hold on, that the case is cutting off my this thing. Hold on, guys. Let me call him. So when I was in my daddy's house as the first daughter, I hardly cooked. I did this one. Right. Please, guys, hold on, please. Let me call my husband. Why is it declining now? I'm sure it's these children that are the ones calling me with their daddy's phone. What's wrong with these kids, for goodness sake? My husband has seen Shege in these children's hands. They're the ones calling me with their daddy's phone now. And their daddy's on call on the other phone. I don't know why they're calling me now with their daddy's phone. What type of wahala is this one? If she does her on this, you'll be surprised. My 7-year-old Namigo. That's just the truth. That's how kids are. You know? That's how first daughters are. I don't know what's making them not to call, but me, I've cut the call on this one. Let's continue our gist. So that's it. So please, even as much as we're trying to get it right as parents, let's not go and over exaggerate things. Let's not do things too much. 5-year-old going to a store to go and buy things is a no. That child is too young. I've seen even 12 years old getting missing. I've seen 15 years old. What's happening, guys? What's happening? You guys, why are these children disturbing me? What did I do these kids? What's happening, guys? What's wrong with you people? If I call this one, they will cut it. You see, I know they are the ones calling me with their daddy's number. These children, they are something else. So that's it. Please, let's not over exaggerate. Kids, you see, I knew they were the ones that were calling me. Sorry guys for the interruption. My husband said he didn't even know that they took his phone. So I'm not saying my kids don't run errands, but not roadside now. No, that's just the thing. So please, let's not over exaggerate things as parents, especially when it comes to our children. The world we're living in now is not like the days of our grandparents when they used to run all those errands. You know, the days are very evil. People that you even think that your children's protectors are the ones that will eventually harm them. I've seen places in schools where teachers that you put your child into, they are the ones that eventually harm the kids in different ways. They can imagine you sending your child on an errand without any adult supervision. You don't know anything can happen, you know. A minute of you being away, removing, just imagine how it is with us and our children, not even just toddlers. For those that have toddlers, even adult kids, there are sometimes you just remove your face, like turn your attention away, and before you know what's happening, that child has done something, you know, that you never expected that the person will do. So you can imagine, just all of a sudden, then you now send that child on an errand. How you get mind? I said, how do you even feel like leaving your child 2 hours, 3 hours, or even 30 minutes to go and buy something from Mama Nkechi's house, and you don't see your child? You just be comfortable because you know that your child will come back 5 years old. Please, that's not how to catch your child young. Start the errands from inside the house. Start sending that child on that errand from inside. In the morning when they wake up, teach the child how to make her bed or his bed. Teach the child how to cook food. Teach the child how to wash plates and do other things. Not to go and send the child into the hands of wolves. It's a wild world out there. Dogs eat dog. I'm telling you. Good morning, Justina Chinyere. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining me. It's a wild world out there. Dog eats dog nowadays. Human, they chop human. So you don't expect your child to go out. And I don't know, that motherly instinct is supposed to give you that vibe that this thing you're doing is not the right thing. Sending a 5-year-old out on errand to go and buy what? Buy Panadol. I'm doing good. I'm doing fine, Justin. I hope you're doing good. To go and buy paracetamol, or to go and buy akara, or buy what? Even if the person lives in front of you, do you know that anything can happen? There can be a rough driver that will just miss brake and fiam. These kids don't have survival instinct. It might be you. You see a car that has lost brake and you know the direction to run to. But your own child will not have that. They won't even know that direction to run to, because at 5 years, that child still needs guidance. The child needs you to still be helping him or her, to be showing them the right path to go. So I don't understand why you should be sending a 5-year-old on an errand and you're comfortable saying it, that is how you're catching your child young. There are different ways of catching your children young, apart from parents, apart from that aspect. Do you understand? Catch your children young means different things. You can catch your children young physically, you can catch them young spiritually, education wise, you can catch them young inside your house, not outside. Let's not go and throw our kids into the hands of the wolf. Think about how the mother hen protects its children, especially when the hawk wants to come and carry a chick. That's how you should be protecting that 5-year-old. 5-year-old is too little to send an errand outside of your home. Let that 5-year-old start that work inside. Then when the child starts growing, then you now start using style to be taking the child small. Before you initiate that child into the world self, you even need to show the child guidance. Like as it is right now, whenever we're going to the store, we pair ourselves. I have 5 children, or we have 5 children. So you cannot pack all 5 kids to the store. It's not possible because it's going to be very rowdy. Do you understand? So what we do sometimes is, if I'm going to the store and maybe my husband is at home, he'll say, take 2 children. Why are we taking those 2 kids? We're taking them into the store for them to know that when you come into the store, it's not just about sending a child on errand. I'm going to deviate a bit. Do you know that you can send that your child on errand, and when your child gets there, that your child might meet somebody or another child that will teach that child a different means. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Different thing entirely. What I'm trying to say is this: you might send your child on errand, give that your child maybe 100 naira, for instance. That child will get into a store and might meet another child that will teach him how not to spend that 100 naira, but will take things out of the store. Is that the type of errand you want to be sending your child on? Where your child will now go into a store, and the child, you've given that child 100 naira to go and pay for something, and the child goes there and will do free service, steal something from the store and run away. Then that money will be with that child, because you don't know the influence, you don't know the person that your child is going to meet outside. There are lots of influences outside. There are lots of people that will tell your child, do you know that you can enter into a store, you don't need to pay, but you take something. That's where it starts from. It might not be from you, the parent. You cannot go into the store with your child now. And I know there are some parents that are very, very nasty and very useless in that way, that you now start teaching your child how to pick things from the store and not paying. But it's in rare situations. that you eventually find yourself in, your children end up in that situation. Because why we take our kids to the store is this: when we get to the store, they want to pick this, want to pick this, want to pick that. You as a parent will be the one that will direct them. No, you can't come here. Kids always get excited. They'll pick here, pick here, pick here. They want to have everything. You as a parent will be the one that will tell your child, no, come, we came to the store to buy something. We need to stay focused. That's number one point. You need to stay focused. If you want something, you know what we're going to do? We're going to make a deal. These are the things I do. We'll strike a deal. You cannot take yogurt, you cannot take sweets, you cannot take ice cream. No, you're going to strike a deal with me. Which one do you think is more important to you? You now pick that thing. At least you have satisfied that child in one way. Then another thing is, you teach that child again, do not open any products here except you have paid for it. You have to be patient until we get to the checkout point. We'll pay for our goods. Then when we come out, you now eat it. So that not when your child enters into the store, then the store keepers are running all around. Why? Because maybe that child has picked something from the store. And before you know what's happening, the security will be holding your child. Those are the things you're supposed to be guiding that 5-year-old on at this moment, until you now know that, okay, your child's mind is matured enough that no negative influence can actually influence that child. You cannot start sending that child, go to the store, please, can you buy egg? Please, can you buy this one? Can you? And not at 5 years. 5 years, they're still playful. I mean, I have a 5-year-old. My 5-year-old, you can never take her serious. I'm telling you, you can, no matter how smart you think that child is, they might be intelligent, or they might be very, very intelligent or brilliant when it comes to schoolwork. But there are some people that are brilliant, but street-wise, they are not. They're not smart on the street. So it's left for you now as a parent to start teaching your children. And not to endanger that child and go and throw that child into this thing. No. You start from there. So when that child now properly grows well, any negative influence, hey, do you know that you can take something from the store without paying and go? The child will say no. All my life, I have been going to the store with my parents, and what they taught me is, when I enter into that store, I pick what I want. I stay focused. Number one is to stay focused. Because there's some people that when they go into that store, they'll pick here, pick here, pick here, pick here. Aside from us women, there are some women that it's not like they are wishful spenders, or they go on a shopping spree like that. No. There are sometimes that me as a mom, I might enter into the store and say, okay, today I'm just going to buy tomato, or today I'm just going to buy vegetables. When I enter there, I might see a particular thing that my child might need. I'll pick it up. That one is entirely different. Not the one that will just go and you keep spending, you buy. No. So that's the focus I'm talking about. You need to teach that child how to stay focused. I'm going into the store and I'm going to go and buy what I need. Not just buying and packing, hoarding things in your house. No. You buy what you need and you go. When you're going, you're not just walking out like that and the security beeper will start beeping. No, you're going to the cash out point, the checkout point, to go and pay, and you go. That's how to live as a good citizen. And that's what you should be teaching your children. Not to be sending a 5-year-old now on errand. Think about it when you were 5 years old as a parent. Think about it. I know some people will say, when I was 5 years old, my mom used to put Maggi or Omo on my head. That era has passed. Everybody wants to be better than their parents. Everybody wants to change that notion, the ideology of their parents. So you bringing that same ideology into your home, that when I was 5 years, I used to walk to the stream. I used to walk to school. I used to carry things on my head. So what stops my parents have said, no. Their generation and our own generation is not the same. It's not the same. Things are getting worse. They are getting bad. Is it bad? I'm going to say that it's really getting worse at this moment. The way it was back then for our parents, our forefathers, and the rest, it's not the way it used to be. Even though at that particular generation too, they had all this little corruption, but it's not as the way it is at this moment. It's not like the way it is at this moment that somebody can just come, you have mind. And something happened about, is it going to 3 weeks in this country? I don't know if anybody has seen it. It's so strange, like in this country, for such a thing to happen. Someone entered into a school and was spoofing people. At least 10 people. It was an adult school, immigrants, for immigrants that want to study, like further their education and get a good job. The person entered into the place and was telling them to leave their country and was spoofing them. Spoof 10 people and spoof himself as well. So for somebody to have such a mind to do that thing, how do you not think about your own child? And they can just adopt in one hand, they don't drag that pikin waka. And there's nothing you can do. The only thing you will do is to cry. After crying, who are they to blame? It's still the same you that they will blame. It's still the same you. It's just like you having a baby and you're leaving a Rottweiler with your baby. You're leaving a Rottweiler with your baby because it's a pet. You think a Rottweiler or a Pitbull is a pet. And you're leaving a small child that cannot defend himself or herself with that dog. Greetings, Oga Steve. Good evening and good afternoon, sir. So you're leaving a Rottweiler with your baby, a child that cannot protect himself or herself. And tomorrow, that Rottweiler or the Pitbull scatters your baby. Who will they blame? It's not you. Because that child cannot protect him or herself. If you were there, that Rottweiler will not do that. Why? Because that motherly instinct or fatherly instinct will be there. You go kill him. One hand. So that's how it is for your own child. Sending a 5-year-old on errand, they drag my ear, they talk him. It's not part of parenting, no. It's not sweet parenting, no. It's not catching them young, go. It's stupidity of the highest order. Stupidity. I not say indoor errand, though. Your child can go on all errands at home for you. But you see streets, it's a wild world out there. Don't go and endanger your child's life because you want to teach your child a huge lesson. You want to catch your child young. Nobody, it's an unrealistic parenting. It's unrealistic. Truthfully, it's very, very unrealistic. And the worst thing you can do to yourself is to lie to yourself to justify anything. Let's not put our kids in danger zone where we will regret it for the rest of our lives. Now when we wake up every day, we keep crying. Why? If I had known, something that would have been averted, something that would have been avoided. But because we decided to close our ears, Rosemary, Thomas, good morning, good afternoon, sorry. Because we decided to close our ears, all we're just hearing is street parenting. I want to catch my child young, I want to catch my child young, catch them young. My mother and my father sent me on this. My uncle, my this one. I went to the stream when I was young, I went to the school. Okay, yes. We know you went to all those things. In the end now, will you still subject your child to that type of torture? Because it's torture. Walking 10 kilometers to school, it's not enjoyment though. I swear it's torture. But at least you have turned out to be a better person. You have all the resources which your kids need. Do you understand? Which your kids need, you can provide for your children. So why would I start subjecting them every day or ringing into the ear of your child? I walk 10 kilometers to school, so you must walk 10 kilometers. You must walk 20 kilometers. You must walk 1,000,001 kilometers to school. Why? Please explain to me why you should be torturing your child too, or your children. Thanks. Thank you so much, Jacinta. Your babies are doing good. How my baby is doing? I hope you guys are fine. So why will you be torturing your child as well? Because you walked 1,000,001 kilometers. You want to teach your child street life by allowing that child to walk 110 kilometers, where you know in your heart that you can actually drive your child to school, but you want to teach your child a lesson. No, that's not how to teach children lessons though. You're just being stupid as a parent. I'm telling you. That's stupidity. So justifying the act of sending a 5-year-old on errand because you want to actually catch that child young is stupidity for me. It is. I don't know about any other person, but for me, no. It's a no. I beg. It's a no. Hold your children well, but please don't go and send them to danger zone. I hope everybody's watching things that are happening every day. Thank God for social media. Thank God for news. Thank God for everything that we have. We have all the resources. It's not like we're lacking information. This is not the era of the Stone Age where you say, okay, before I will send a message to this person, it's going to take me 21 days before that person gets it. It's not true. I'm talking to you guys right now. I've never seen some of you people. I've never seen you guys, but you people can hear me. And I can see what you people are writing as well. So that means we're communicating well. That is the era where we are. The world has advanced. For you to be taking your kids back into those archaic age, it doesn't make sense to me. So please, sending a 5-year-old to go and buy even akara or whatever, it's stupidity. Please don't try it as a parent. Don't. Annie, good afternoon, darling. Don't try it, please, as a parent. Please, don't do that. You're not catching that child young. You're endangering that child. Imagine you leaving your child, a 5-year-old, alone for almost 1 hour. Do you know what would have happened under that 1 hour? She would have met one Uncle Paul that will buy her puff puff and tell her not to tell her parents. Buying her that puff puff is not the only thing that he would have done to her. That Uncle Paul would have told her not to tell her parents what happened. And that's how that child will remain in trauma forever. There are lots of adults. We meet them every day. They come with different stories because of what their parents subjected them to. That your boy, 5-year-old, could have met one sister, Sisi Eko, that will buy him yogurt and tell him not to say anything to his mother. And that sister, Sisi Eko, would have asked your boy to come and suck whatever he can suck. And he will keep it to himself. And that's how that child, instead of that child to concentrate in school and be learning, all the child will be thinking about is about Sister Sisi Eko's body. Every day now, you now see your child running out. Mommy, do you have anywhere I want to go to? Do you have anywhere for me to go to? Why? Because they have been exposed to that stupid lifestyle. They feel it's enjoyment for them because of their innocent mind. As a mother, you have to be very, very smart. As a father, you need to be very sharp. When your child moves left, in my house, when we turn like this, my mommy already knows, where are you turning to? Also, stand up. Well, when you do like this, my father already knows, Hey, my dad. So then the dad will say, I'm already seeing yogurt. I'm seeing this one in this house, I'm seeing it. Let me know. He will tell you outrightly. And that's growing. That's how it should be as a parent. Before your child do like this, because you're older than that child, all these things that these kids are doing, you've done them in the past, so you already know. Where's your child? Mommy, do you have any where you want to go? I know you want to go outside. Where you go? Which errand? Enter your papa's house, go and read your book. Or when we're going, all of us will go outside. Don't worry. They invited my kids. They always invite my children to birthday parties. So I will not say because I'm an indoor person, I will not lock my children inside. No. The thing is, you go there, you stay with the children. I've given them their privacy. It's enough. I'm staying at the venue. In case of anything, also carry your pikin, you run. That's it. So not because maybe I cannot say you're antisocial or something, or you're the kind of person that do not like going outside. That means you should subject your children in. No, allow your kids to have a free social lifestyle as well. But you do it with sense. Now you've given that child a little security. Okay, my mommy is outside waiting for me. No problem. I'm here at the party having fun and socializing with my children. Please, let's try. Let's try. I know it's not easy. But you staying at home, doing nothing, and sending out a 5-year-old to go and do what, for goodness sake? To go and do what? What's that 5-year-old going to buy? Or how will that 5-year-old even carry the load? Let's take, for instance, you send the 5-year-old to go and buy a bag of pure water. A bag of pure water is how many self? 35 cl, ba? 35 cl or 50 cl multiplied by 20. Is it 20 now in the bag? I'll be 40. Do you know how many liters your child is carrying? Do you know how many liters that 5-year-old is carrying? That's equal to child labor, child abuse. That's equal to child. Yeah, and also be guided. Yeah, you have to be an intentional parent, of course. That's equal to child abuse. I want to catch my child. No, you're not catching anything, youngo. You are not, oh. You're exposing your child to danger. I remember then, you know why I said this thing? I remember then when we had this house help in our house. She was the longest ever staying house help in our house then. So when we moved with her from Enugu to Minna. From Minna, she moved to Jos with us. So when we were in Enugu, this our house help, my mom used to send her on errands. She would go to the market, come back, cook food, different things. We now moved to Minna. My mom started noticing some little changes. You know, of course, when kids are growing, they've entered puberty, they've entered different stages and the rest, you know. So when my mom started noticing some little changes, like she will go to school, because my mom made sure that she was going to school as well. She entered primary school, she entered second. The girl was like, when they see us, they'll be like, "That your elder sister," you know. She was like our elder sister. Nobody knew that she was our house help except for us inside the house that knew she was our house help and everything. So my mom when they sent her to school, you know, she started losing concentration and everything. Then they will not give her report card. She'll go and change the digits of the report card and change it to something good and come and submit it to my mom. So my mom wasn't really, I don't know, she wasn't really paying attention to all those things. But her father was my grandfather. My grandfather is he's a scholar, you know. He speaks English well. He used to teach us English, different things. So he's well read. He's all these men that were with Irish priests, you know. My grandfather went to school, like he's educated to the core. So it was her dad that was now calling her attention. Like, my grandfather teaches us, he used to teach the house help and everything. So he knew everybody's level of IQ. Do you understand? So he knew our level and the rest. So when the girl comes with that report card, my grandfather would be like, "Bring your report card." You'll not be looking. No, it's like, this girl is actually forging this report card, because this is not the girl's reports and everything. So he now called my mommy's attention to it. Oh, sorry, let me read. Always learning from you thank you so much, Ololuwa. Some of them that do this, the child is not theirs. Exactly, Jacinta. Truthfully, some of them that do that, the kids are not theirs. Truly, some of them, the kids are not their own. Good afternoon, Esther. Thank you so much for joining. So my grandfather now called my mommy's attention, like, no, this is our house help, this is your house help, this is not her IQ, you know, this is not her level and everything. It's like she's changing this thing. So eventually my mom now went to her school and found out that was what she was doing. So they had all these reports, parents, this one, that one, and the rest. So later on we moved to Plateau State, Jos. So just imagine, she has moved from Enugu. She moved Enugu to Minna with us, then Minna to Jos with us. When we now got to Jos, my mom used to send her to go and grind beans at the Mami market, because we're staying in the barracks, you know. And if you know Rukuba barracks very well, you know that commander's quarters in Rukuba barracks is not far from the Mami market. It's like you just cross the field and you go there, you know. That's phase is that phase 1 or phase 2? I think that was phase 2. Yeah, phase 1 is the one close to Basa. I don't know, I've forgotten all those. Yeah, phase 1 and phase 2, but we're staying around that area. So we're staying around commander's quarters. So what they do is you can go to Mami market from that place. That on Saturdays my mom likes us grinding beans. We'll make moi moi, so that in the morning on Sunday we can eat that moi moi and go to church, you know. So my mom now noticed that every Friday night this girl is already ironing her clothes, you know, and everything. Before you know what's happening on Saturday, before my mom will even say we are eating moi, this girl has washed the beans and prepared it very well, you know. She has prepared the beans very well. Off she goes to go and grind moi moi to go and grind beans for moi moi. Yakubu Thomas, good morning, I see you. To go and grind beans for moi moi, you know. So my mom started noticing, like, like, this girl, wait though, before I even say tomorrow we're going to eat moi moi, she has already finished arranging everything, you know, and she will now go and the rest. That's why my mom now followed her one day. She did not know. My mom said no, she must see the rules. And the worst thing is that when she's not going, she'll now rub eye pencil, rub everything, unlike her that will never liked makeup and the rest. That's why my mom now discovered that she was actually with one guy, you understand. So my mom learned that I know it's not going to happen in my house. Like, I have little children and everything, and it was time for you to go, because the worst thing that she can ever do to her parents is for her to do something like bring an unwanted pregnancy to her parents. And that was how my mom jejely gathered the girl, took her home and returned her to her parents. That's justice. So that's about you being observant as a parent. You know, then it was, the girl, mommy, are we going to eat moi tomorrow? Immediately the girl is running. She wants to go and prepare. She wants to go and prepare moi, you know, and run. My mom will be like, this one that this guy is always excited, because nobody is always excited to wash moi in my house. Even me, I see you. Even me, I don't like wash moi. It's not like now that we have Ninja blender. Those are our Ninja blender that once you just pack all the beans inside and you blend, and you wash your beans and you're off to go. That time, the way we used to wash our moi in our house, and we're 6 children. My mommy gave birth to 6 of us in our house help. We have extra mouths that we used to feed. We had cousins that was in the house there, you know, and some other people that work for us and the rest. So you can imagine the quantity of beans you're going to wash that day before you go and blend it. So you first of all soak it in water, then you now use mortar and pestle and pound it well. You know, after pounding it, then you now put it inside water and start washing all over again to remove the chaff. And my mom is this kind of very I used to tell her that she has OCD. She likes everything being perfect. Like, she doesn't even want to see one chaff inside her beans. So you must pick it very well. So you can imagine somebody that will be so excited, like she wants to wash that moi, wash it well, because we'll eat that moi in the night, then the following day we'll eat it in the morning before we go to church. So you can imagine the quantity that we used to prepare. Then she's always excited. She'll be washing the moi, wash it very well. Friday night, she has already ironed the clothes that she wants to wear on Saturday morning. Before my mom will say, Jack Robinson, this girl has done everything, and she's off to Mami Market to go and blend moi. That's to show you that there was something, you know, calling her. So as a parent, you need to be very, very observant. Once that child that you're already sending out immediately comes out again, mommy, don't you want me to go and buy something? Mommy, do you want us to go and buy you? Just know that there's something calling that child outside, and you need to be smart to follow that child and go and find out what is actually calling my child outside. That's why it's not wise for you as a parent to send a 5-year-old on an errand, because there are loads and loads of dangers there. It's not woke. It's, when forget about woke generation. It's not nice. It doesn't sound good to the ear. Talk less of us reading it with our eyes. It doesn't say good of us as fathers or as mothers sending our 5-year-old, on errand. That is endangering that child. So please, we can do better as parents. We can. The world we live in is is evil. I watched one particular, you know me, I'm really into all these sci-fi videos and all this real story, crime scenes and the rest. So I watched one particular one about one guy, crime scene storytelling thing, about a 7-year-old and a 10-year-old, 2 brothers that went to play outside, and they now kidnapped one woman. Obodo Yibo. So it's not like it's only in our Africa. And that's to tell you that the world as a whole is corrupt. It's not just everything happening in Africa, it's also happening somewhere around the world. So don't think that it's only our side that is very bad. That child was actually kidnapped from Obodo Yibo in America, in California. So they kidnapped that particular child. Then they said it was in 1951. Yeah, 1951. That was when it happened. 2 kids were playing on the playground. That's why in this country they don't allow you to send your children to the playground. No, you have to be there with your kids. You as an adult, you cannot just say, okay, your kids are playing on the playground, except when you have a guardian. Hey, that's your house. But you know, when it comes to the park, no, you cannot go and drop your children at the park and go and do other things. No, anything can happen to your child. So the kids were at the park. The mom was at home, left 2 kids, a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old. And one woman just came. The description was a woman with a green bandana and a green skirt. The woman just came and asked the 7-year-old if the child wanted if the child wanted candy, and the child said yes, that he wanted that candy. And that was when the woman said, okay, let's go to the stores and I'll buy for you. The 10-year-old heard the conversation. I was like, yeah, me too, I want candy. And he started following them, following the woman that had taken the 7-year-old to go and buy the candy. And when they were on the way, that 10-year-old now said, no, this place we're going to doesn't look like where we're going to go and buy candies. Then he now left that woman and ran back home to go and tell his mom that his little brother had gone with a woman to go and buy candies from the store. That was how the mother ran out of the house. No CCTV then, no telephone, nothing that period. The woman ran around. She did not see the woman. She did not see her 7-year-old. And that was how the child disappeared. She ran to the police station. They did a search and everything. They could not get. The only description they had of that woman, because there was no CCTV at that moment, was the woman with the green bandana. And that was how that woman flew that child from California to another state. And he was now adopted by by his own parents. That's a boy and a man and a woman, entirely new parents. The 7-year-old. That was how he grew up. He went to Vietnam War twice. He joined the fire service and everything. While back then in California, the mom and the brother were still going to police station all the time to go and be asking. The mom still going almost every day to ask them any news. From one day, she started going once in a week. From once in a week to once in a month. From once in a month to once in a year. To go and find out if they have found information about her missing son. This was in 1951. Fast forward to 2005 or something. That was how one particular woman now decided to take this their normal, you know, this they are white people, they'll say they want to know their roots, or this their DNA, blah 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 kind of a thing. Some people will tell you I'm 21% from Africa to you know. So she decided to take that particular DNA, and she found out that she had a DNA 22% with one particular man somewhere. Do you understand? One particular old man somewhere. She now sent a message to that old man to tell the old man, okay, I just found out that I have 22% DNA from you. Please, can you contact me? 4 years after, the man never did. She now decided, okay, that she should find out who the man is. So from childhood pictures and everything,